How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Manatee Gaming. Today we are going to be looking at Fresh Start Worlds and flipping on Fresh Start Worlds and how you can make over $1 billion gold per month by flipping on Fresh Start Worlds. Actually, honestly, when I show you these things, you'll be like, wow, we can get way past that number. But I decided to keep the title a little bit realistic, that way that doesn't sound like it's too good to be true. But anyway, let's get into it. Today's video. Flipping in Fresh Start Worlds is pretty similar to the main game of Runescape. The main difference that you're going to experience is that items in Fresh Start Worlds have a lower volume because there are less of them coming into the game. There's less of them being traded. There are also less players buying these things than there would be in the normal game. Typically, the lower volume an item has, the higher the margin is. If you think about a U-log, for example, there are a lot of those in the game. They usually have a very, very, very tight, small margin. And then if you look at an item like Third Age, there is not very many of those in the game, not very many being traded, so therefore they have a much larger margin. I can tell you from experience, and I will show you in this video, that items have a significantly larger margin than what you might be used to. The next main difference you're going to see with flipping on Fresh Start Worlds is just simply the time of the day really affecting the prices of items. For example, sometimes during the day, you'll be able to get an item like copper ore, as you can see right here on my screen, for like 96 a piece. I actually instantly bought these for 96 gold each. If you got right here on the tin ores, I bought those for 100 each. But then at different points of the day, as you can see right here, I was selling them for 500 each on the tins. I even sold 1,000, all 1,000. So it's not just just 10 of them sold. It's all of them sold for 500 gold a piece. These two items right here are actually really great examples of something you can do this with. Tin ore and copper ore. There are lots of examples of these types of items though, like a lot. Look for stuff like this because this is a really good profit. You know, I'm sure someone was watching this video and you're like, okay, your title said you're gonna make over $1 billion per month. You're gonna show me 500 gold things. Hang on, if I buy a full buy limit of this, 25,000 of them, that would cost me 2.5 million gold. Now, if I sold them for 499, or we'll just say 500, then as you can see, I am now going to make 10 million profit in this slot right here. I know that most people in Fresh Start Worlds are going to be wanting to like actively play the game. You do not have to have an alt account to be able to flip actively while you go skill. So what you can do is you can literally just go in the Grand Exchange, beginning of the day, put an offer in for copper ore or whatever item you want to. In this slot right here, I could have my offer for copper ore, 2.5 million offer. I'm gonna let that sit and let it fill up. It's gonna take some time to fill because like I just said, things do move slower and you're trying to buy 25,000 of them, so it's gonna take you some time. Let that fill up, and then when it is filled, then you'll be able to flip it around and sell it for 500. You will make 10 million gold in that one slot. So if we are making only 10 mil in the one slot here, and we're going to make 10 million in each slot because you found 8 different items, which is definitely not hard to do, that would be 80 million profit per day by flipping something as simple as copper or tin. And as you saw, it doesn't take that much starting money to actually get going with it. Once I've flipped this one time, I will then be able to fill up a few slots with just the profit from the one. Getting 2.5 million gold on Fresh Start, not hard to do. You can go chop some logs and then you will get 2.5 million gold. You can also go mine some ores yourself and you will get 2.5 million gold. Once you get this going though, you can make 80 million gold per day by literally just doing this. 80 million gold per day times 30 for the month is 2.4 billion gold per month. So even if it took you 2 days to buy everything and sell everything, you would still make over $1 billion gold per month just doing the starter basic things I had, just the intro to this video, okay? So that is how awesome Fresh Start Worlds is. Let's get into something that makes a little bit more money and a little bit more exciting. In this next one, I'm not only going to show you another example, but I'm also going to show you another technique that is very good to make money. So right now, we saw just like being patient and selling stuff for high, buying it for low. That's not really a crazy strategy. It's a pretty normal strategy. So So right here, we're going to look at mithril ore. Now, yes, I am using ores for most of these examples because this is the stuff that I did the most research time in. There are lots of other things you can do this in. Herbal ore supplies are also fantastic. Mithril ore though, guys, I sold them for 7,000 each. And see how I sold 55. Keep that number in mind because I'm going to be totally honest and realistic with you as I show you the strategy, but I sold 55 of them for 7,000 a piece. If we go up a little bit, as you can see, this is in the same day. I did a price check, so I instantly bought, instantly sold some mithril ores. I instant bought for 1,600. I instantly sold for 225. The instant buy, instant sell, especially on supplies like this, is not always the number one you want to go for. I would honestly recommend that you do an instant buy, instant sell just to see where the item is at, and then be like, you know what? I think I could probably sell this mithril ore for. Let's try doing more. Let's try doing for like a crazy amount. Actually, the way that I decided to do 7,000 each, by the way, was because at the time I price checked it again, it would not buy for 10,000 gold, and I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. But I wanted to keep the number realistic, so I went with 7k because I was like, yeah, people might pay 7k for mithril. They're probably not going to pay 10,000, but they might pay 7k. What you could do is you could buy the mithril ore for as low as 225 or 200 or whatever. Like, this is a really low number, and you could sell it for 7,000 gold. Even if you went by the normal, even if you actually use the smaller number here, let's see what that looks like real quick. If I'm paying 225 a piece, right? Boom, 25,000 of them. That is 5.6 million. Now let's say I just go by that smaller number, the much smaller number, the realistic and fast number. That is what that turns into. That is 35 million gold, okay? That is 35 million gold that you can make on mithril ores just by doing the super conservative price check number. Now, if you sold them for 7,000 a piece, which totally not realistic to sell all of them for that price. That's the reason why I said I'm going to be very honest and realistic with you with this strategy, because I want you guys to succeed. So I'm not going to sit over here and be like, yeah, you can sell them all for 7,000. That's not true. You're not going to get all of them out the door for 7,000. As you can see, I sold 55 of them before I needed to change the price. Let's see what that would look like though. 175 million. So what does this mean? Does it mean that they will never sell for this crazy high number again? No, that's not what it means. What it means is that you just need to be able to watch the item and update it. So I'm like, okay, my mithril ore did not sell for 6,900. So just obviously the 7,000 stopped selling. So I updated it. Now I'm going to go in here. I'm going to click on that little arrow. So if you look right here, this little edit offer thing, I guess it's like more of a checkbox, I guess, but this little edit offer, right? I'm going to click on edit offer, and then I'm going to go over here and I'm going to type in 67.99, and then I'm just going to leave it. Most likely some would sell at this price. If I sold them at 7,000, that only makes sense. So I would then just wait it out. Something that you're going to have to do if you are going to go for like really reaching for the stars numbers like this is you're going to really need to be patient, because this will obviously take way longer to sell than if I was trying 1,600. You can do this with many items. Once again, mithril ore is not anything specific. You can do it with a lot of different things, and I have definitely tested with many other things. Just test it and see how it goes. Throw something in for a stupidly high number and just see if it sells. Next item up on our example here is going to be runite ore. As you can see right here, I bought this runite ore for 2,800. This was an instant buy. I probably could have slowly bought them for 2,000 or something like that if I want to do some kind of flip. Like, that just makes sense. These were actually the price checks I did on my live stream. As you can see, this margin is much smaller. I did sell some more for like 4,000 a piece, but if I look down here, I already know that it's sometimes during the day I can instantly buy it for 2,800, so I could probably slow buy it for 2,000, which means that I could come back up here and once again sell it for 40.63. If I look right here, let's just use that number, 2,000 a piece. Boom. 50 million is what that would cost. Let's go by the current market price, because the market price has changed a little bit. Let's go by this right there, 38.80. That would turn my 50 million into 97 million. So if you hit these the right times of the day to buy them, and then you sell them at like the average points, you can make 47 million gold from just an item like runite ore. Let's go into something that is a little bit more consistent and safe, I guess. We can look at something like dragon bones, for example. As you see right here, 11,303 was the instant sell on dragon bones, 12,590 were the instant buy. By the way, do not use these prices after you watch this video because they will be different. bucks. So 11.3, I'm gonna buy 10,000 of them. That will be 125.9 million. This is not the right price. This is not the right price. 11.3. This would be 113 million that you would need to spend to buy one full buy limit, right? And then we're going to try to sell them for 12,600. How much profit would you turn? The reason why I'm showing Dragon Bones is because these are one of the most sought after and traded items in Fresh Start Worlds right now, because this is what everybody's using to train their prayer. So people will always be buying these. They are expensive, so people will always be selling them. That's why this is a very consistent, safe, average thing that you can do every single day and flip it, and no worries, you're gonna make some good money. So 113 million on the buy. That turns into 126 million when you flip it. That is a 13 million GP that's a 13 million GP margin, guys. That's really good. If you do that twice a day, which is totally realistic because that only is an 8-hour period, that is 26 million profit you're going to make per day on just flipping yourself some Dragon Bones. If we do 26 million profit per day and do that for the entire month, that's 780 million that you would be making off of only Dragon Bones, one of the most conservative things on here that you could be flipping. I don't think I have to repeat it a whole bunch of times how easy it would be to make 1 billion gold by casually flipping on Fresh Start Worlds, not even having to stand at the Grand Exchange. You could put in an offer for Dragon Bones and then just go do something else, and then when your offer is filled, you come back and you put them for sale. That's all you have to do. If I look right here, I would highly recommend you buy yourself something like a Ring of Fortune. There are lots of other teleporting items that you can use as well, but I would recommend like a Ring of Fortune, just like a quick go-to thing. There's no requirements of like no quests or anything like that you have to have. This will send you right to the Grand Exchange, and also offers a pretty good bonus to your stats too, that you can just kind of have on your character at all times. But this is a very useful item to just go ahead and buy one if you're planning on doing the flipping strategies in this video. Anyway, guys, I could show you more and more and more, but you can see how very easily it would be for you to make like 1 billion gold per month or more on Fresh Start Worlds, and you don't even have to have that much to start with. Just start with a really cheap item like the tin ore or whatever, and then you are good to go. Anyway, guys, if you have more questions about Fresh Start Worlds, you want to see some more flipping videos on Fresh Start Worlds, just feel free to ask, and I will make that content for you. Also, check out the Discord down below. If you'd like to support the channel, that'd be really fantastic. Our members in there are making 10 billion gold per month or more in some of the tiers. And yeah, you could be one of those people too. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure you hit that subscribe. Have a good one.